Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed Ruaif Shafeeg and I'm going to be talking about the topic the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on teen self-care and well-being. As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a huge impact on all of us, and this has resulted in a great challenge for us as teenagers. Everything around us has changed. Now we have to maintain social distancing. Our school routines have changed. Some of us even have to take online classes, and now we have to stay home away from our friends, and this has totally upended our normal daily routines. During such a stressful time like this, we teens need to consciously maintain our self care by eating healthy meals, getting adequate amounts of sleep, by regularly exercising, and by practicing relaxation methods. I have conducted a small research on teen self-care and well-being during the COVID-19, and the objective was to assess the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on teen self-care and well-being. A total of 30 students aged 13 to 15 years old participated in this study and were asked questions via Viber poll. The questionnaire included questions related to the teens' physical activity levels, sleep schedule, screen time, stress levels, and eating habits. The data was collected and statistically analyzed. Moving on to the results, here we can see a pie chart that shows the changes in the physical activity levels of teens during the COVID-19 pandemic. Over here we can see that none of the participants have increased their physical activity levels, while 83% of the participants have decreased their physical activity levels. Now I'm going to be focusing on the changes in the duration of sleep amid COVID-19. Before the pandemic, most teens slept for 8 to 10 hours, which according to the NHS is the recommended amount of sleep time for teenagers. However, currently most teens are not getting enough sleep, or most of them are sleeping over time more than they should, and this is a big concern. Now I'm going to be focusing on the changes in the screen time of teens during the COVID-19 pandemic. And here we can see that all teens have increased their screen time, and 50% of the teens have increased their screen time by 3 to 6 hours, and 40% of the teens have increased their screen time by 1 to 3 hours, which is a lot. Now I'm going to be focusing on the changes in the food intake during the COVID-19 pandemic, and we can see that 17% of the teens who took part in this study are taking in more food than they did before the pandemic, and 58% are taking in less food than they did before the pandemic. This might be due to the lack of physical activity levels of teens during the pandemic. Finally, I'm going to be taking a look at the changes in the stress levels of teens during the COVID-19 pandemic. Here we can see that 20% of the teens who took part in this study have increased their stress levels greatly, while 57% of the teens who took part in this study has increased their positive stress levels by 57%. This might be this can be attributed to the uncertainties surrounding the pandemic and also to the aforementioned unhealthy lifestyles of teens during the pandemic. In conclusion, I must say that the above study showed that the COVID-19 pandemic has brought a vast change in the lifestyles of teenagers, and it clearly shows that teenagers spend too much time on screen time and they did not get enough sleep during the pandemic. The survey also shows that teens are physically more inactive during the COVID-19 pandemic, and this can be opposed by encouraging indoor or outdoor activities with special precautions. Teens should maintain a healthy lifestyle, including a well-balanced diet, practicing a fixed sleep-wake schedule, limiting the screen time, and staying active in order to live a healthy life. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a nice day.